Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be having TSG Solar against, in the top right, TY. Korean Terran against the Korean Zerg. Highest level of ZVT we could possibly hope for with TY. Spoiler alert incoming for the GSL. 1, 2, 3. Currently being a round of 4 player in the current GSL season. So yeah, definitely one of the top Terrans at the moment on this planet. And Solar, of course, always being very solid. Here we see him drone scouting around for any kind of proxies. Decides, alright, if you want to proxy me, I will find it. That would be real nice. And well, there is no proxy, so you can't really find something that isn't there. Always makes you wonder what happens if they do put it here, you know. There is a limit to where the drone can go. It can't scout the entire map. So I'm always curious, what if these Terrans just watch this replay and go, alright, let me just put the Rexes right over here. I think then all of a sudden, like, you wasted a lot of money on that drone scouting around. It's going to be even harder because you completely don't expect it anymore. Now, of course, you can kind of create a safety ring around where the barracks can be put. So maybe this is far away, but I sincerely doubt it, honestly. I think over here 2 proxy Rexes still would be fine. We have an SCV scout coming out of TY here, who's just opening up with a standard 1 barracks expand build. This is looking an awful lot like a very fast factory indeed. So we're gonna be going into some kind of Hellion play as usual, by the way. Didn't manage to block this 3rd base. It's a little bit unfortunate here. This is one of those maps where Zerg has a very difficult time defending these extra bases, as you can't really take this or defending, getting them. You can't really take this as your 3rd base. Like, there's some maps where it's fine to take both 3rd base. So if this base gets blocked, all of a sudden Zerg needs to spend a lot of resources and a lot of time trying to get that as soon as possible. Good micro coming out of this Reaper here by TY, who is the dance between the Lynx and the Reaper. This time the Lynx will win, at least temporarily, as not a single Link dies. First creep tumor goes down without any trouble as well. So very good start here for Solar, who does everything he needs to. Triple CC very, very fast. Before Hellion starting, we see the 3rd command center going down and a starport following it up. 2 Marines along the edges, along the watchtower. Well, not quite the watchtower, but serves a similar purpose, as they make sure this Overlord can't get in. Should actually move a bit further towards the edge. Another location we see very often used for Overlords is this one. They'll come from here and they sneak by into the main base like this. Instead we see Solar indeed heading into this area. So good research here by TY, who knew exactly what Solar's Overlord movement was going to be. And will be completely fine denying that, as this Overlord will not be able to see anything. I don't even think it will be able to see the 3rd CC, honestly. First 2 Hellions are on the way. Now, by the timing of these Hellions, Solar should be able to tell, hey, this is a triple CC. These Hellions were delayed for no reason. Overlord moving in. Actually decides not to go in. I think he would have been able to spot that CC, but of course Solar can't know that. And if there's no 3rd CC, like, what kind of information are you actually looking for? First Liberator is on the way, so most likely going to be some type of 4 or 6 Hellion into a Liberator. Well, at least 6 Hellion. Could still be 8 as well. We have an Armory, so going to be Hellbats as well. And could be a mech follow-up. Also possible, of course, there's just a standard bio follow-up with an initial Hellbat pressure. No injects being used yet here for Solar, who starts Stim. And this indeed looks like bio to me. So we have 8 cars, 6 cars. 8 cars on the way though. 9th car on the way as well. So a big car count here for TY. It's quite a risky driver usually. Continue Hellion production, even going up to 10. Now, why is this so special and why am I surprised? Is because the more Hellions to build, the more it delays your mineral heavy structures. And yes, I am talking about the barracks. I am talking about the added e-base. So these barracks and these e-base are going to be delayed simply because minerals are being invested extra into these Hellions, which will now turn into Hellbats. Liberator will go towards that natural base. Do we have it set up yet? No, we don't. No shift click being used. No medevac here, so Solar should know that something is coming towards his natural. As indeed that Liberator is going there, Spore being moved, drones being pushed away. What did Solar lose so far? 10 links against 3 Hellbats. This is as good of a defense as you're gonna see. Minus those 2 drones. But this is very, very powerful. 2 drones for a Liberator. 10 links for 3 Hellbats. I mean, this opening did absolutely nothing. Did delay the E-base. Did delay the 2nd and 3rd rack. So very good start here for Solar. Only thing is lacking a little bit is creep spread. But now that these cars have been pushed back a little bit, Solar will be able to start getting watchtowers. Might be able to start a 3rd. Oh, wow. Didn't like his initial pattern, decided to go for this instead. Very quick creep spread. Most Zergs, of course, do use rapid fire for that. On the creep spread in order to do it as fast as possible. Increasing the repeat rate as well. Meaning that they can put them down as fast as possible, or maybe lowering the repeat rate. I think it's increasing. Increasing the repeat rate, yeah. 1-1 is about to be done here for Solar. 80% at this point. Baneling Nest has finished. Scan in the main base sees the layer finish up. Should see it finish up. Yes, there we go. Let's see if we're gonna see Baneling speed. Yes, Baneling speed. No extra gas is being taken so far. So 4 gas for now is indicating towards a more heavy Ling Bane style. Hatchery at the 4th base. Hatchery in the main. That extra macro hatch. In order to be able to spend all your money as a Zerg can be quite difficult. Especially if you miss 1 or 2 injects. Because something is happening now. We see this push that usually hits around 7 minutes is pretty much delayed by 25-30 seconds perhaps because of that early game with those extra Hellions. Solar, however, is not delayed by anything. Does not have any setups though with run bys. Just is focusing on spreading creep, keeping his creep alive. Has a massive link count. Holy crap. 66 links, 10 banelings. Definitely will be able to fight against this this marine tank force. Our combat shield halfway done at this point. We see TY not leaving anything at home. Of course on this map that's possible if you hold this area, and perhaps the rally towards your 3rd base is going to be plenty. Now it is tanks. Ideally against Ling Bane you would have mines rather than a tank setup. But of course TY decided not to gamble on that, and it's difficult to find it out before your first push. Right now TY were like, oh wait a second. I don't see any other units. No Mutalisk, no Hydralisk. This is going to be pure Ling Bane. Weird setup here for Solar. It's only coming from one direction, but I doubt it's going to be much of an issue as he completely blasts his first push. 2 tanks going down. What are we gonna see here with this factory? No extra tank production. Okay. Alright, extra tank production. And we see how many gases? 5 gases so far. We see 8 barracks as well. So we're gonna be playing a little bit of a classic build here, yeah. And 8 gas. Yeah, we do have drilling claws on the way, so we'll be switching into mines. But yeah, this is an 8 Rex, which means the 4 CC is going to be delayed. You don't need that extra gas. And this is going to be harder to scout than usual for Solar, because usually you scout the gases on that 3rd base. And if it's 4 gas or 5 gas, you're going to be going a little slower on getting those high drone counts and tacking up too fast, because this really is a 2-2 timing that Terran does. In the way that it's very important that they do a lot of damage with this, because there's no 4th CC behind this. Eventually they can fly their main base into the 4th, but it won't be a planetary at that point. So I'm very curious to see how TY is going to do here. 2-2 isn't done yet. He has a nice setup, just trying to deny some creep. Solar can't really move down this ramp. There's some creep on the left side as well. Oh, this is a big flank being set up here. This is kind of the... I always call these like natural flanks. Like they come so natural because initially this was a run by army, and then when they come back home, because the run by didn't do much, they have such a good flank, which comes very natural to them. They don't need to set that up manually anymore, as it's already there. And a massive sweep here for Solar, even off creep, coming from 3 sides. Absolutely fantastic engagement. Of course, makes a lot of sense. Oh, we see a forward base being taken here. Where's that CC? Oh, it's starting. there is an SCV walking in this. Yes, I was like, wow, I completely missed the 4CC being built, but no. He's just gonna build it on location. So this is a failed Hellbat push into a failed 2-2 timing, basically. That hit before 2-2. Right now, TY is trying to stabilize on this position. Might not even be able to, actually. There's so many links, there's so many Banes. With this position falling, so will this potential forward base will get cancelled. Yeah, this was risky. If there's a planetary here, you can kind of kite back to that planetary and have some backup, but absolutely not the case in this game, as Solar happily keeps expanding, already on 5 bases, not taking this Rich Raspine Geyser yet. That's how little he cares. Spire on the way, Ultra Cavern on the way. 6th base being taken, 86 workers against the 67. Still no 4th base here for 2Y, who is going into +3 upgrades. There's just so many units. The bank for Solar is going to be massive. Creep spread is looking healthy. The problem here for TY is even if he gets this base, Solar can just evacuate towards this area, and the rotation for TY to ever get to the other side of the map is going to take absolute years. So TY, what he wants is one massive fight where he kills Solar and then pushes straight forward, kills 3-4 bases, and well, actually just kills his opponent. It's not going to be the death of 1,000 cuts, it's going to be the death by a single shotgun shot straight into the gut. That's what TY is going for. Slightly less sophisticated, but sometimes very useful. There's a bunch of Marauders being added into the mix. Of course, nice to tank against higher Baneling counts. How many mines do we have? We only have 4 mines, of course, being produced from a factory for a long time that didn't even have a reactor. There is a reactor there right now. 2 drops trying to do some damage up here, but I mean, I don't really see it happen. Full map vision here for Solar. TY trying to push forward. Ling run by being set up, but once again still a tank. 2 tanks over there. There is some Vipers, there is a couple of Ultra. Solar won't engage this before he gets his 3-3 upgrades. I can't imagine that, at least. Just pushing back his opponent a bit. Getting perhaps this Liberator. Carapace is getting very close to being done, and right now Solar is setting up for a big engagement. He wants to fight a couple of times, ideally not one massive fight, but continuously trading. He's doing a very good job of that. Banelings rolling forward, another run by being sent in, as these depots have been blasted before somehow. Banelings trying to follow up as well. There's still so many Banelings in the map. We have 26 Banelings, 1 Viper, 2 Ultras, 3-3 has finished for Solar. Not yet for TY, and TY's defenses have broken. And right now he needs to start riding out. He needs to go with everything. His time is up, but he doesn't have anything left to fight with. And it looks like Solar is just going to absolutely blast TY in this game from start to finish. Everything TY tried did not work out. From the Hellbat push to the 2-2 timing into that big final desperation attack. Once again, TY is trying. +3 has finished for him now. Armor still not done, but he is not even close in. Actually, he's pretty close in army supply. Off creep, he might be able to do something, but once they're back on creep, Solar reigns supreme. Of course, 84 workers. Both these bases, or well, this base falling, does have somewhat of an impact on the income of Solar, who is actually about evening. Well, that's a good mine hit as well. Did I speak too soon? And it. No, I think Solar should still be able to fight this off creep as well. Banelings rolling forward, Ultras coming in. Damage is not quite here for TY, who once he loses this position has nothing to back him up. This is the only proper mining base here for TY. With those mules, GG gets called as Solar takes this game. Now if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button, hit subscribe as it helps me a lot. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see you all next time for a new video. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye.